Hey guys, welcome back to the part 2 of the streetwear design, which is the hoodie pattern making. So on this video today, I'm going to be sharing with you guys how to properly stitch and attach your patterns together. And if you haven't subscribed yet, kindly do so by hitting the subscribe button and also tap on that notification bell for more videos like this. Let's dive in. So guys, in continuation with the last video I went ahead to cut out 2-piece pattern for the pocket. So I'm going to be measuring this to become 1 piece. So for me to do so, I'm going to place them right side to right side facing each other, and then I will go ahead to the sewing machine and stitch it from this part all the way to the other end. And after I am done, I'm going to turn it over and top stitch on it, and then it will become 1 piece. The next thing I'm going to do is to bring the front and the back bodies. I'm going to be stitching them on the shoulders by running a stitch by 1/2 inch, and after I was done, this is what I had. To attach the pocket, I'll go ahead and place it down here on this lower part of the bodies and decide which color I want to have on the front. So this is how it looks like after I was done top stitching on it on the sides. So I went ahead and I made a notch point on the midpoint of this pocket and the bodies itself. I'm going to be measuring everything together just to match up, and then I will head over to stitch this part. And after I am done, I'll stitch the sides and get ready to attach the sleeves as well. So guys, this is what I had after I was done attaching the pockets and the sleeves. The next thing I'll be doing is to fix the cuff for the sleeves. So I'm going to be doing a demonstration for this sleeve because I will later combine it with the lemon green color. I will go ahead and just turn it on the wrong side like this, right side to right side facing each other, and then I'll head over to stitch on this part by 1/2 inch, and then I'll repeat the same thing on the other side as well. So after which I am done, that is when I'll start working on this cuff. So I'm not going to be using this exact cuff, this particular one. After pressing them, this is what I had. I went ahead to open it up just like this and then stitch it at this side, and also I repeated the same thing for the other part as well. So you're not going to be stitching in a horizontal way, you're going to stitch it vertically. And after I am done, this is where I'm going to be attaching it. So as you can see, our fabric is so elastic. I'm going to compress it into these cuffs. So guys, I went ahead to close it this way, making sure that the seam lines are matching with each other, and then I have a rounded cuff. And to do this, just go ahead and just turn it on the wrong sides, and then make sure that you're matching. I'm sorry, my video is off the camera. Make sure that you're matching the seam lines together with one another, just like this, and then iron it out. After doing that, the next thing I did was to turn my sleeve inside out. I'm going to insert the cuff into the sleeve. So to do that perfectly, go ahead and assemble the seam lines for the cuff together with the seam lines for the sleeve. Just let them sit side to side, and then get your pin and pin it together and secure it in place before heading over to stitch on the machine. So the next thing I did was to drag it into the sleeve like this while stitching, or better still, you can go ahead and notch this part to create a notch point, and then do the same thing on the cuff as well. As you can see, whatever you notch on the cuff is what you notch on the sleeve. Go ahead and secure that part with your pin, and after you're done, go ahead and drag it this way when stitching on your machine. And when you're done, the sleeve will be compressed into the cuff. So guys, this is what it looks like after I was done stitching. As you can see, the next thing I will do right now is to go ahead and work on the band for the waistline. So if you watched the part 1 of this video, when I was drafting, I subtracted 3 inches for the band from the total length. So the next thing I will do right now is to measure what I have here. I have 23 inches for the width, and the width of the band we are creating is supposed to be smaller than that of the hoodie. So since we have about 23 inches here, I'm going to be shortening it by 4 inches. So now I'll be marking 19 inches for the width of the band. I created the band by doing the same thing I did for the cuff. As you can see, I cut out 2 strips for the band, and then I joined them at the sides and also folded them on the middle to create a fold. What I have here in total is 19 inches, just like I said. The next thing to do right now is to insert it into the waist, just the way we inserted our cuff, and it's going to look like this after we are done fixing it. So I'll go ahead and turn it on the wrong side, insert the band, then head over to the sewing machine and stitch it all around. So guys, this is what it looks like after I was done fixing the band. As you can see, it's looking very beautiful and nice. The next thing to do right now is to go ahead and work on the hoodie cap. So this is my pattern for the hoodie. I have 2 pieces each. After separating the pattern paper from it, next thing I'll go ahead and do right now is to run a stitch on the inside from this part all the way to the back, and also I'll be repeating the same thing on the other one. So after I am done, this is what I had. I can't tell if you are seeing this clearly, but I'll go ahead and notch it all around. This is optional. You can choose to use a pressing iron to iron it thoroughly, but I always choose to notch all the rounded corners in my sewing. So guys, after I was done notching and pressing, the next thing I will go ahead and do is to place them on the right sides facing each other. I'll be using the seam lines as a notch guide. Okay, so go ahead and secure it with a pin together in place. Then all you need to do is just to run a stitch starting from this part of the seam allowance to the other end. So guys, I had to reduce the inner part by 1/2 inch. This is because I don't want any excesses on the inside after stitching. So I'll go ahead right now and then insert everything together and merge it as one. Then I will head over to the machine and start stitching from this part by 1 inch all around to the other side, and then stop at this end as well. So before that, I'll be inserting my eyelet on one of this fabric. On the darker part of this fabric, I'm going to be inserting my eyelets. So after inserting my eyelets, this is what I had. I also went ahead to insert the rope here. So do well to insert your eyelets before creating a channel for the rope to pass through. The 1 inch mark I stitched with is supposed to be the channel for passing the rope. So I'll go ahead and run a stitch here to hold this part in place before fixing it on the neckline. And the rope I inserted is adjustable if you want to shorten it around the sides of the face, or if you want to leave it just the way it is. So guys, I've gone ahead to extend my sleeve and match it up with the lemon green color, and I also inserted a lemon green cuff. So this is what it looks like after I was done. You can see how beautiful and unique it's looking like. So I'll go ahead and fix my cap on the neckline. I'm going to be looking for the midpoint of the back and front neckline. This is because I want the cap to sit perfectly on the neckline, and the notches are going to be serving as a guide. So I'm going to fix this way. It's going to go around the neckline, and then I will have an overlapping here. Remember that I marked 2 inches for the overlapping in our first video when I was drafting it. There is going to be overlapping here, and I'll stitch everything in place by 1/2 inch. So guys, after stitching, this is what I had. As you can see, we are done stitching everything up. This is how the cap is looking like on the neckline. So this is how the hoodie looks like on the back. As you can see, everything is nice and beautiful and clean. The next thing I'll go ahead and do is to design it with a sticker or something similar, just to make it vibrant. So I'm going to be placing this here. The only way to fix it properly is to hot press it with your hot steam iron, and the sticker is going to be applied nicely. I also made a jogger piece for this outfit. I'm going to be uploading the tutorial pretty soon on this channel. And with that being said, we have come to the end of this tutorial. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye for now.